You know that moment when you're falling in a dream and suddenly realize, wait, this is just a dream? What if I told you that some people can do that on command? And once they realize they're dreaming, they can literally control everything that happens next. Welcome to the wild world of lucid dreaming. And trust me, it's way weirder than you think. First off, let's get clear on what we're talking about. Lucid dreaming is when you become conscious inside your dream while you're still asleep. Your body is completely paralyzed, which is normal during REM sleep, but your mind is awake enough to realize it's in a dream state. And once you know you're dreaming, all bets are off. Some people use it to practice skills. Athletes train for competitions in their lucid dreams. Musicians practice instruments. Public speakers rehearse presentations. Your brain doesn't really know the difference between dreaming something and doing it, so you actually get better at real-world skills. But here's where it gets interesting. Other people use lucid dreams for, let's call it, recreation. Flying is the most popular one. Makes sense. Who hasn't wanted to fly? In a lucid dream, you can soar over cities, dive through clouds, race jets, and it feels completely real. Then there's the people who use lucid dreams to meet their heroes. Want to have dinner with Einstein, debate philosophy with Socrates, have a jam session with Jimi Hendrix? In lucid dreams, your subconscious can create incredibly detailed versions of anyone. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Time works differently in dreams. In real life, REM sleep cycles last about 20 minutes, but experienced lucid dreamers report having adventures that felt like hours, even days. Some people claim to have lived entire lifetimes in a single night's sleep. There's this famous case of a researcher who spent what felt like months learning a completely fictional language in a lucid dream. He woke up speaking it fluently. His brain had essentially created an entire linguistic system overnight. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you actually do this? The most common technique is called reality checking. Throughout the day, you ask yourself, am I dreaming? And look for signs. Check your hands. In dreams, they often look distorted. Look at clocks or text. In dreams, time and writing rarely make sense. Do this enough during waking hours, and eventually you'll do it in a dream. When your hands look weird or the clock shows impossible time, boom, you realize you're dreaming. But here's where it gets scientifically fascinating. Researchers can actually detect when someone is lucid dreaming. They train people to move their eyes in specific patterns when they become lucid: left, right, left, right. Since eye movement isn't paralyzed during REM sleep, scientists can watch the EEG and literally see the moment someone becomes conscious in their dream. And what they've discovered is incredible. The brain activity during lucid dreaming is unlike anything else. It's like being awake and asleep simultaneously. Parts of your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for self-awareness, light up while you're still in deep REM sleep. But here's the really wild part. Some people can communicate from inside their dreams. There are documented cases of lucid dreamers answering yes/no questions by moving their eyes, or even doing simple math problems while dreaming. Imagine being able to have a conversation with someone who's asleep. Scientists are now exploring whether lucid dreamers could be trained to solve problems in their sleep. Need to work through a creative block? Do it in a dream where the normal rules of logic don't apply. But it's not all fun and games. Some people get addicted to lucid dreaming. Why deal with real-world problems when you can live in a fantasy where you have unlimited power? There are support groups for people who struggle to engage with reality because their dream life is so much more appealing. And then there's sleep paralysis. Sometimes when you're learning to lucid dream, you become conscious, but your body is still paralyzed. You're awake, but can't move. That's terrifying enough, but your brain is still partially in dream mode, so you might hallucinate scary things in your room. Most cultures have legends about this. The old hag in Anglo-Saxon folklore, Pin Yan in China. They're all describing sleep paralysis experiences. But here's something that'll mess with your head. Some researchers think lucid dreaming might be the key to understanding consciousness itself. Think about it. In a lucid dream, you're creating a complete world with complete physics, characters, storylines, all in real time. Your brain is essentially running a full reality simulation while you're unconscious. And lucid dreaming shows that you can learn to consciously participate in that creation process, which raises a pretty big question about waking life. If your brain is capable of creating such convincing realities while you sleep, how do you know the reality you're experiencing right now is any different? Don't worry, you're not dreaming right now. Probably. But maybe tonight, you'll find out for yourself.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, check out my other videos, hit subscribe, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.